Yo, what's going on out there, everybody? Black Compass Media back live with another one. Shout out to the people, the whole society. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on, man. I want to welcome this brother back to the platform and everything like that. In preparation for Bourne Legacy 8 on September 28th down in Cleveland. Norbes, what's going on, brother?
I'm good. What's popping? What's popping? Y'all was good.
Hey, man. We all right. We all right, man. Shout. First of all, now I'm gonna just say this because you always seem to bring a lot of energy to the joint. So I'm gonna tell the people now. You're trying to get on. You're trying to join the Discord and all that. Get some Q&A in with Norbes. Definitely hit the Discord up because I know people have a lot to say about Norbes. Before we get into anything, I mean these string of interviews you've had, like there's no interview that Norbes hasn't had that I'm getting hit up about controversy and all that. These things with Cassidy. So it's good to get you up here, bruh, because you're a part of the storylines now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know it or not, but you're a part of it now. You're part of the shits.
I don't even be paying attention. I'll be watching blogs. I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just do what I do, and I see, I just hear about it. Like, I was in the storylines of these schools.
Wait, what'd you say that you cut out on that last one? What'd you say just now?
Oh, I said I didn't even know I was in the storylines right now. I'm just doing what I do. It's as much good content as possible, and people just, I guess, piggyback on it. So I ain't mad at that.
Okay. All right. We'll address that more. We will. Let's go. We'll get back to that. But first of all, brother, how's everything going with you? You know what I'm saying? We getting back into September, back in the swing of things. I mean, I know you down at, down the south, so you don't get to all the conditions, but how is Norbes doing before we get into anything?
I'm good, man. I'm just, I'm playing fantasy football. My wife is playing fantasy football. Just kind of relaxing in Atlanta, just, enjoying our day, and I'm just getting prepared for this next event pretty much.
Okay. All right, fans. Shout out to fantasy football. Shout out to the Patriots too. 37 points. Like that saved my life. But all right. So let's get into Bourne Legacy. Bourne Legacy 8 is coming up. For everybody who hasn't seen the card and everything like that, I have it up here for everyone. Trez versus Big Cannon, Misfit versus Official, JC versus Saga, Av versus Ill Will, Danny Myers versus Chess. First of all, this is a dope card. What makes URL bring it to Cleveland? Let's talk about that.
First, there was one matchup missing that's on there. It's actually, my man Fonz is battling Jay, but he's opening the card. He's in Cleveland. That's one of the dudes that's on the come up that you're gonna see a lot of in the near future. Why did I take it Cleveland? I don't want to do it anymore eventually. I want to expand and just see different cities. And, we haven't been to the Midwest since Nome too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And it just made sense to finally bring it back. You have the whole Midwest movement, the new version. It's a 10-year anniversary right now, and do with the success that we have today. I felt like it was only fair to bring it back, 10 years, almost like 10 years later, especially with the impact that they had.
I don't want to cut you off here, but your mic is cutting in and out, and I don't know if you connected to Wi-Fi or not connected. I mean, either one. Probably turn the Wi-Fi off, one of the two, because your voice is cutting in and out.
No, we good now. You good now?
Well, you can continue to talk. I mean, you were saying you want to expand everything. You want to take things not from just the New York cities and all that and move it out.
I want to show the Midwest love. They had a big influence on what we've done in this culture. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to the grassroots of what we did. Also, there hasn't been a lot of good dudes coming up in recent memory, and that's no shot. That's just being real. So I decided to go back where a lot of Bourne put them in. The Midwest definitely deserves it. They haven't had an event since Nome 2 in Chicago. I just you know what? Let's do it. And I did the PG in Tampa, and there was a lot of support from the Midwest. And I said, you know what? Let's do Ohio. Let's do something different. We did Chicago. We did Detroit, and just to set it off. But it's not gonna be my first nor last joint I'm gonna do over there. I'm planning on working a lot more in the Midwest. So.
Okay.
Just felt like it was time.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, shout out to the Midwest too. I agree. The Midwest does play a huge role, especially as it refers to URL and URL's history. And shout out to Fonz and Jay as well. Fonz is from out there. A lot of storylines from this card though, Norbes. A lot of storylines from this card. Now, let's just go right to this. I think Misfit and Official is going to be a crazy situation. Like how did that battle come along? Because we got Misfit who just came out with Farrah and did her thing. Like, what is your anticipation for that battle? What are you thinking about?
Nah, man, my fault. Say that one time about Misfit.
Talk about Misfit and Norbes. Yeah. Misfit and Official. What do you think about that battle? How did it get set up? I mean, was it based on what Misfit did with the Farrah situation?
It was a combination. Like, I always like to show, to show, that there is females that attack. Misfit finally came back off retirement for a long time. And, Official came back. And female battle rap has kind of been, hasn't been talked about. And I decided to, use something too. Like, Official Spiral was it. And I think the setting is right. I think everything is playing, everything's going to play into the right situation. And I think it's going to help escalate a lot of that. And, like Misfit is dope. Official's dope. So it was just time to put a dope battle. We did E Hard on there with Jazz. And now we're doing Misfit and Official. It's not going to be the first. I'm trying to incorporate at least one dope female battle on each card. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I got you. I mean, and the success that URL has had overall, you know what I'm saying, in terms of incorporating the women's battles that everybody wants to see, I think, if history serves, we should see a good matchup on this joint. Is it only the marquee women's matchups that you guys want to go for? Will we ever see a whole card of women?
I've actually been in talks. I've actually spoken to Debo about that in recent whatever, mm-hmm. And he was definitely with it, and he was like, he's open to it. He wants to expand, and I'm not opposed to it. I've actually come up with different scenarios to where that can actually be beneficial. But again, we support what Queen of Ring does, and if I were to do anything like that, it would be with them. So.
Right.
But I'm definitely interested in doing it. I'm actually in conversation of doing it. So, hopefully it goes through. I would definitely love to make something like, I would definitely love to do that. But it would definitely be like the dopest ones. The dopest. It's not like there's a level for me. Whenever I book a card, I don't want to just book somebody because I'm cool with them. I want to book them because they actually belong. So if we were to do that type of a card, that's exactly, I would love to see QB back, Fit, Heart 40 on the card. Like, that's the only way I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, and maybe some of the newest stars, like RX and, maybe a Coffee or something like that. So it would definitely be a dope card, but I'm only going to, it's an expectation level that I have for it,
Yeah. Okay, no doubt. And I had the pleasure of seeing Official at Verbal on top of that. Slightly, I got a few bets out on this one. Saga versus JC. Let's talk about the Saga real quick, because for a while, Norbes, it seemed like the Saga wasn't getting that respect. Like, he was really on a decline, but he's turned that around. So what do you think about giving him JC? Like, what was the decision on that? Because to me, that's a big plate. It's a big opportunity for him.
I mean, he's earned it. He's and like a lot of times people realize with Bourne Legacy is kind of setting up these dudes to go to the next level. And we've done that for Chess, we've done that for a lot of Rum Nitty, and it just felt right doing it with the Saga. So we was really trying to make it to where he gets his best look. I give him an opportunity. He's been really, really good over the last couple of years, and he'll tell you right now, JC's his biggest look ever, and he's motivated. Mm-hmm. But it was just a matter of timing with Saga. Everybody gets their opportunity, and when you get that opportunity, you got to make the best of it. I mean, you've seen other dudes get the opportunity and drop the ball, and Saga's seen that. Especially these guys have been hanging around that. I've gotten the opportunities and just dropped the ball, and Saga knows what that is, and he's motivated, man. Like, he's really focused with his battle.
Yeah.
And you're taking it 2 hours away from Pontiac. Like, this is driving distance, so it's gonna be a raucous crowd. It's gonna be a Midwest heavy crowd. you got to give Saga a lot of credit in the circumstances that he's taking.
Right.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that battle. I think Saga is good enough to win that battle. A lot of people may downplay him, but people got to start giving him his flowers now. We're talking about the individual that made it cool for Christians to battle rap. Like, there was none before him and not as many after him. So you got to give him credit. There's a reason that he was selected to represent in the URL. And I feel like September 28th, I really believe that he's going to show that he belongs with the elite. You know, he belongs where a lot of his factions have been. The T-tops, the bridges, the chesses. He belongs right with them.
Okay, yeah, and you know what? And I think even after the tournament or whatever, it really separated guys. I felt like where you had Briz and T-Top really emerge as the guys, 1 and 2, and then you had Chess, and then it was Saga, who's still talented, but I felt like with them was a little bit of separation, but he was able to make a comeback. So let me take it here. What does somebody have to do to get that type of look like Saga? Because it seemed like he was working very, very hard until this came about. Like, is it a momentum thing? Is it a timing thing? Like, what goes into that when you book in the matchup?
It's a combination of timing, momentum. There's a lot of things that go into making these decisions, and I feel like he's been doing enough to deserve that, and people will be like, all right, cool. Because if you would have did this battle, like, I don't know, let's say 2 years ago, people would have probably killed it. You know what I'm saying? They would have been like, nah, we don't want to see this and this and that. And it just makes way more sense now. I think a lot of people want to see it. I think a lot of people do, like you said, they got money on it. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like, this is the time for it. But that's how it works, man. To me, it's all time and it's a feel. Yeah. Like, it's literally a feel.
I totally agree with that. But you know what, though, Norbes, on some real, I got to give, and this is why I give JC a lot of credit. It's high, like Saga, and I hope this matchup changes this perception of him. But to me, Saga matchups are high risk, low reward. If I beat Saga, nobody's running to the, to the internet to say that, I beat Saga. But if Saga beats me, that's all I'm going to hear about. The guys that he's beat, that's all they hear about is he beat him. So how do you even get JC, like a veteran? Like, what does it mean to have a veteran like JC who's respected take a guy like Saga? You know what I mean? Does that happen? It doesn't seem like it happens often, Norbes. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you gotta go like this. Like, it's like almost in boxing. A lot of great fighters, and JC happens to be one. Is he Floyd Mayweather? Like, people would say loaded luxury or hollow. No, but he's a guy that is up there in upper echelon. Just doesn't have the looks or the marketability. So in terms of that, it's a different, different outlook. But with the Saga, with JC, he's going to be appreciated when it's all said and done, when he retires, when he says, you know what, I'm going to fall back on this. That's when the Saga is going to be appreciated. You know what I mean? Not Saga, JC. JC's one of those, he's one of those guys that it's almost like watching, I don't know, like Pernell Whitaker, let's say. Pernell Whitaker was one of the greatest boxers of all time, but was never really looked at as the GOAT. And when he was going up, it was, like Chavez and a lot of those type of guys. And he was never really given the full credit that he deserved. And I think JC kind of fits that mold to where it's like, yeah, he's great, he's done this, but when he finally sits down and you see the total of his work, that's when he's really gonna get the credit he deserves.
That's a very dope comparison, bro. Pernell Whitaker. Yeah. Go ahead, though. Yeah.
No, and that's what I think it is. When you finally actually get to sit back and look and be like, man, this dude, that's when I think you're gonna see it. There's a lot of guys that get a lot of hype behind them. Like I said, it's like boxing. You're gonna see, Floyd's gonna get more things. De La Hoya was getting more credit. It's just like who they were at the time and whatnot, but they were great fighters that when you look at their career, you're like, damn, this guy was really great. And that's where JC really fits in. He's not flashy like Floyd. Right. He's not flashy like Lux. But when it's all said and going to be rated as one of the best to to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
And for whatever reason, you know, that just happens with a lot of them, whether it's sports, you know, it's just weird, man. Like, you appreciate somebody like JC, it's not now, you know?
Right.
And when you see all the great fights that he's had, and if he's going to go down as top 10 ever.
When we look back at the catalog and look back at the matchups and who he took when he took them, you have to respect that. I say the same thing about Danny Myers too. And low key, I say the same thing about Charlie Clips, because he actually kind of started that wave, him and Hitman, of taking like guys that, you know what, I'm gonna just do it because this dude has momentum. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. So I'm looking forward to that matchup. Now, I don't know if you want to give winners and losers. I'd rather like we could do that at the end. I just kind of want to get into the plot lines of it. Do you feel like JC has a lot of pressure on him? Like, who do you think has more pressure in the matchup?
I look at it like this. I don't think JC has pressure on him, and the he's gonna fall off now. I think if he were to lose, it's just a great fighter that lost when, you know, like that had a lot of fights, and you're gonna lose some. I think if the Saga loses, though, this is his first big, real match. He has one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? When he's one of those guys. I think Saga has a lot more to lose than JC, because people are going to look at it like, this is what Jay does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He fights a lot. When you take that many shots, or when you fight that often, you're going to take L's. But with the Saga, this is your shot. You know what I mean? This is the one. Now, all Saga has to do is compete. He doesn't necessarily have to win. He has to show that he belongs. So he has more to lose. Like, for instance, Louisi had the opportunity to face him and drop the ball completely. And now his stat, and then no shot like Louisi, that's my man, but he looks bad right now.
Reed.
You know what I mean? Now, if he would have competed...
you said no shot at who? Or you kind of broke up just now. What would you say?
Oh, no, I said no shot at Louisi. But Louisi had the same opportunity, Bourne Legacy 7. And the fact that he lost the way he lost, it really hurt him.
I mean, he had Av and JC really, too, and that, yeah, right. You talk about shots given, but go ahead.
Yeah, and with the difference with a band and a Bourne Legacy is a lot more pressure, because everybody knows you're battling. So it's not like you can hide, and there's no problem. There's a lot of pressure that's added to the event. And he really dropped it. He dropped the ball in a situation where everybody had eyes on him. There's a different type of pressure when there's eyes on you and when you're not expecting. And I feel like Jack Boy is kind of the perfect example for that. He's been great on expectation, but when there is expectation and people are viewing him, it hasn't been good at all. And I feel like that's what people don't realize. There's a separation. That's what the Saga is facing right now. You're expected to be great. You were expected to do as well as you did, and it's caught a lot of people surprisingly. Now you're getting challenged. Now you're expected to do well. You're expected to step up to the plate against arguably one of the greatest to ever do it.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, I think you it's something to be said for guys who step up to that challenge. Like they've been waiting for this fight. You've been calling the guy out. What are you going to do? I mean, a lot of times you don't necessarily have to win. You don't got to body him. It's good if you do. It's great if you do, because you've been calling them out. But a lot of guys fail in that moment, and that we've seen it time and time again. So, I'm interested in the matchup. All right, so let's do this. Let me shift here. There's an interesting take from my brother Posey going around about Ill Will. He says Ill Will is like Alonzo Mourning. Like, he has a lot of people, like, he's respected, but people have gotten highlight reel dunks off on him in these type of situations. You know what I mean? From Rum Nitty to Tay Rock. And so, against Av, who's on fire right now, what makes you book that matchup? Like, is that to put the pressure on Will or what?
I mean, Ill Will is someone that has elite, he's another one that, when the pressure has been on, hasn't necessarily been on the what people, in terms of what people believe. So it's one of the situations that, Av is on fire. Like, it's not a slouch. Av has arguably hasn't lost the shit.
Yeah, hasn't lost a round.
And he's going hand. Seemingly has found his groove back and is going ape shit all over the place.
Yeah.
So now you're back to where Will can become a superstar again. Like again, he's a star. He's great. I mean, he's not you with the upper echelon. I think this is a battle that can really, classic or not, if it's a classic, it can really bolster him. Similar to when Romney battled Ab, and they both went crazy. It really bolstered them. And I feel like Will hasn't had that performance. And I feel like this is the situation where he can really do it because it's a lot of pressure again. You know, Ill Will has such a high skill set, but some people may say he's but he's so talented that you gotta love him. And you're facing somebody that's really high right now, who's really getting busy, who's and he does. It's funny because he's literally the kryptonite to most people that punch outside of Rum Nitty. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, it will. Yeah, so, yeah.
So this is a setting now where you can really, go crazy and then start getting those bigger matches. Maybe a Hitman. It all depends on this man. If he really gets faced like he's supposed to, I feel like he'll be featured in a lot of these big cards because he has the skill set to do it. There's people that are falling off that were getting these looks that were becoming the top, that were the top dudes for all these years. There's opportunities right now to overcome them and move them out of their spot. Okay. You know, people, as much as people love Tay Rock, he's been on the down climb right now. Why not Tay Rock?
Okay.
Why not Ill Will?
Yeah.
Be in that spot.
Yeah.
Why not a lot of these guys? That's why this card is so dope because there's so many guys that can fill that void. I know you're tired of seeing the same exact guys on the card. I know I am, and I feel like I would love to see a Chef Trez. I'd like to put in that. Big Ken's another one with elite skills that necessarily hasn't been great when he needed to be. And I feel like they all possess that skill set to go to the next level. Over Chess on the card. Danny Myers is another individual. Danny Myers hasn't really delivered in the big moments when he's supposed to in his biggest match. People say K-Shot, all right, it was a volume series. There's not that much pressure in the volume series. You're there with a few people. When you're facing 2,000 people and you have a lot of expectation, it's a lot different. And that's why I feel like a lot of, everybody on this card can start going on Gnome and replacing a lot of these guys on some of the madness.
Yeah.
But it's all pending on what they do here. They all have the skill set.
You think these people, you think that this gives them an opportunity to have a performance that's worthy of getting those bigger matches? Like you see that for some of these people.
Absolutely. Like these 10 individuals that you see, and that's including the girls with Misfit and Official. Official's been there. Misfit has an opportunity to possibly get so much momentum going that maybe she battles Jazz, maybe she battles somebody else in a big moment. Now she can be frequently mentioned there. Big Cannon hasn't been on Gnome, hasn't been on some matters, but has the tools. Will has been there, you know what I mean, and he can propel himself to being a regular on these big cards. Same thing. Av is there. He's on pretty much every card. Danny Myers, he hasn't been on hasn't been on some madness, hasn't been on the big card. Just because people don't view him like he's delivered moments when he has Rex. When he's done all this stuff, people just want him. And it's not a diss to him, but this is a card that could set the standard on Chess. He feels he should be on every big card.
Yeah,
he has a chip on his shoulder.
Okay. Let's get there too. Is Chess having a top 5 year to you? Is he top 5, top 10 this year? Like, where would you rank him right now?
I mean, anybody that's been able to battle Hollow and Lux in the same year, it's pretty impressive. I feel like his comeback this year, the battles that have dropped that he's done. I think the battle dropped this year.
Yeah,
West battle,
Gotti,
West. Like he's not only putting on great performances, he's winning. He's doing great. Whether he's winning or not, it's debatable. He's had about 1, 2, 3 classics this year, and then he had the opportunity to battle Lux and Hollow. You know, he go and then you're facing someone like Daniels had a great year.
Yeah,
I
excellent.
believe this battle is actually for the champion of the year.
You believe that this is the championship matchup right now? You think Danny Myers versus Chess is okay? So you don't have Av over Chess.
Well, Av is there too. Like, you know what I mean? Av is there. Like, but these are two guys that I would say are in the top 3, top 5 contention for it. So that's why I would say them facing each other is crazy. Let's say if Danny goes and let's say Danny beats him clearly, that might set up Danny and Av.
Yeah, which I think is I think that's 1 and 2. But you got Chess as second, which I think is interesting. It puts a lot of because Chess has been doing well. Chess has been doing his thing. I'm not mad at Chess this year at all. But Danny has been
beats Danny.
Yeah.
Let's say if Chess beats Danny, like Chess has had the bigger battle. Like, people are gonna say, "Oh, he battled disaster." All right, cool. He battled disaster. That's cool. But it also matters where you're doing it. You know what I mean? But I believe personally, if it's just facts. There's a lot more pressure. If Chess were to go out and beat Danny, that puts him at number 1. In real with you, either 1 or 2. If Av goes and beats Ill Will, then you have those are the 3 matches right there. So honestly, if whoever wins this battle edges out the other one. You know what I mean? It's very rare when you see those type of things happen.
Right.
Chess
So
to go out, if Chess goes out and beats Danny for no champion, it's just impossible.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
This is interesting. Now, shout out to the people that's in the chat right now, whole society and all that too, man. We approaching 200 in the YouTube and all that in the live. Got the whole society here. They are definitely killing you about this Chess. You regarding Chess as a top guy. A lot of people just don't. Not up there. Not a championship guy.
A lot of people are stupid, so it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of people are ignorant. They don't want to speak on what's actually real. Like, if you're battling, like, what Kevin Durant does on Rucker Park doesn't matter in the NBA. So I don't give a shit what he did in an exhibition. And that's just being honest. Like, people put so much onus on battles that people should be winning. Like, you know, Danny had a great performance against, was it Mac
Disaster.
Myron? Okay,
Disaster
that's cool.
and Mac, yeah.
All right, well, you know, he gets Mac. Let's be honest. And I think Mac Myron is talented, but he hasn't done enough. Chess battled Gotti. You know what I mean? He battled West. He battled Lux and Hollow. And it's done. Like, it's not even a comparison to what the battles are this year.
Battle. That was a body bag. Yeah.
Listen, a body bag for me is when somebody beats somebody when they're actually competing. Oren obviously didn't come to battle. He lost 3 rounds.
So it's not a body bag because O-Red wasn't
he
prepared.
Probably bodied him, but he bodied somebody that didn't want to fight. That didn't fight. Like,
Norbes.
I mean, battle. See, in battle rap is a little different. It's not Norbes. It's nothing. It's simple. In battle rap, there's no clear, definitive winner.
Okay.
In the situation, so a lot of it has to do with how good the battle is that you're doing, or how decisive you win it. If somebody literally chokes all 3 rounds, it's like it's a gimme. It's not a fight.
It's not like you're but it sounds like you're blaming Danny for what O-Red didn't come with. He beat him. He killed him all 3 rounds. How's it not a body bag, Norbes? That's different to me.
I didn't say it wasn't a body bag.
Okay.
It's not a great battle. So let's say you got him.
Sure.
You got Mac Myron and you got Disaster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That doesn't compare to Gotti, Twerk, Jerry West, and Lux and Hollow. It just doesn't. I don't care what anybody says. I really don't care. Like, Mac Myron is a talented up-and-comer, but he hasn't done enough. He hasn't shown enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a great battle. You had a great battle against somebody that hasn't done enough. It's got a plus or a minus for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna take it away. And plus, Chess has been in way bigger events. It's a lot more pressure when you're fighting in big events. You know what I'm saying? When you're battling in front of 15 people, nobody cares.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see him do it when there's a lot of pressure on the line. And that's why I think Danny's career has been a little bit suspect.
So okay, so you feel like you don't feel like, despite the wins, despite all of that, because first of all, the URL thing, that does matter to you. There's a lot of people that agree with that too, because on URL there's a lot more pressure. Okay, cool, we got that. Now, if Danny ends up winning against Chess, right, and he's bodied O-Red too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else he would have to do.
Him now.
Right.
Do it where it matters, bro. You haven't been able to. There's a reason for that.
Right.
There's a question for that. You know what I'm saying? You know, no offense to Ben or these others, but not as much pressure. You know what I mean? Excuse me. You know, like I said, I got a lot of respect for Danny. I want to see him do well. If he was to win it, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think this is the one I can say does this. You know, he jumps ahead of Chess. If Chess beats him, I think Chess jumps ahead of him. You know, if Danny beats him, then it goes up to possibly better than Av for it. So it's just a lot of good storylines.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah,
definitely. It's actually great that he's in something that actually matters now. That's what I'm saying. You know, he's the focal point of a card. And you're not battling. A lot of people are sleeping on Chess, and I'm sitting there like, wow, that's crazy. Chess can easily go out there and block.
Wait, you breaking up, Norbes? What'd you say? Say that again.
Oh, I said Chess is capable of really blocking on him. You know what I mean? So don't people are kind of like sleeping on Chess, and I'm like, I think that's the wrong thing to do. Chess is really that kind of. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But we will see.
All right, so if you were a betting man, who do you have in that battle?
Who do I have between Chess and Danny?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I personally, I'm gonna say Chess. I think Chess he's just Chess. When he's on, he's on. And I believe that Chess is gonna put the pressure on Danny. I think Danny, I just think Chess is gonna be a little bit better. That's just how I feel. But I think Danny's gonna be good. But Danny's gonna have to show something in front of a hostile crowd, if you know, and that's something that he hasn't done yet. So Chess has been going, man. He's been on a roll. Mm-hmm. He's faced a lot of different, a lot of great competition. And you gotta understand too, Chess is from what Chess has come back from. Mm-hmm. Not anybody can feel like that's kind of separate. That separates people. And that's what I told Lo. So like about 2 years ago, I said, you know you're great when you become the bad guy. And I think this is gonna be the one where Chess and Danny kind of separate themselves, or they both escalate, elevate themselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I love the matchup, honestly.
I like the matchup. Definitely, man. I mean, it makes sense right now. Both guys are doing really well. I'm excited for it. I gotta do this though. First of all, shout out to society, everybody out there too that's listening to this is gonna listen to this live. Make sure you subscribe to Norbes at all too, because Norbes is dropping great content, great interviews and things like that. Stuff that we talk about up here as well. And make sure you go get the tickets. If you in the area, we got the link posted up there too. If you out there, if you want to address Norbes, I want to get Q&A because there's people that want to, talk. They got questions and things like that. Especially Bourne Legacy 8 related. Hit me up in the society, tag me in the joint, and we could do that. So I guess, you got Bourne Legacy 8 coming up, and then, there's been announcements about Lockdown that has, occurred as well. Now, this card is starting to, one of the questions that was asked before is the pace of putting out cards and putting out content and stuff like that for you guys. Like, how do you manage that? Because you got Bourne Legacy 8 happening in the backdrop of a significantly more, important, no offense, more important card to the culture. So how do you feel about that? Like,
I wouldn't say more important. I'd say more popular card. Because at the end of the day, what's more important about these guys are there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bourne Legacy is a card that can elevate a lot of people. I think people that are on the lockdown card are already there. And I don't think there's much elevation or anything that can go, but it's definitely a more popular card. That's your pay-per-view event, you got Survivor Series. It is what it is. You got to put out content like this. If not, then these guys end up taking a backseat to the shows and to the rums and to the K-Box, and they don't get to elevate. So, in a sense, it's going to be funny because they're kind of going to be competing against each other in a positive way, because they may be the more popular card. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it's more important to the culture, But if these battles come out better than the ones, then who should be where? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Like
true.
Who should be, and that's why I think it's not about what's more important, because to me, more important is to see more people mixed mixed in these cards. Like I'm tired of seeing the same 10 people, 12 people on the card. The culture's tired of that, and I think these cards being a week apart from each other is going to be fresh in a lot of people's minds, and they're going to see like, damn, wait a minute, Big Cannon can go, and he should have been on lockdown. Maybe Chef Trez should have been there. And I think that being the actually benefits the people that are on Bourne Legacy, because it's going to be a quick comparison. Because although, it's next the following week, the battles are going to be dropping around the same exact time, because it's going to be VOD. So you're going to be able to compete to actually compare Danny Myers' performance as opposed to, I don't know, a Rum Nitty on there, or a Big Cannon, or a Chess. And you're going to be able to say, wait a minute, these guys' performance may be better, so why aren't they there? Before, you would barely see events that close together like that, with their significance. So you kind of get lost in the sauce with it. But, who knows? It's going to be fresh battles to watch.
Yeah.
From the week of the 28th to about October, the second week of October. And they're going to be able to really sit there and build a barometer to where, like, wait a minute, damn, these guys are dope. They could have been there. They could have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a smaller crowd, but it's still a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? And it's still smack. And I believe that you'll be able to tell, who should be there, who not. But in terms of that, like, people want to see battles. They want to see battles that matter. And we have this.
Okay. I think I think it's interesting if Lockdown ends up not being as good as Bourne Legacy 8. Wow. Like I don't know if that's a good outcome, especially with Cassidy coming back again. I'm expecting a better performance than I got last time. But I don't think that's a good outcome, Norbes, to be honest.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? I mean, why? I mean, it just shows you how close these guys are in skill set. Like, listen, Big Cannon he could battle anybody on the Lockdown card and beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Why, I mean, are we to say that Big Cannon is not as talented as any of those guys on that card?
Mm.
Can he not beat a shot? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I believe so. Could he not beat a Tay-Rock? Would it be a blowout?
Oh, Big Cannon?
I mean, he did lose to beat. Why not?
No, I don't think he can beat them.
You don't believe that?
No,
I believe so.
I don't believe it.
I believe Big Cannon has elite skill set. Just hasn't had the type of promo behind him, light behind him that everybody else gets.
Norbes.
Like,
I was
Big
there for the DNA battle, man. He got killed. Like, he died. Like,
DNA's done that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's not act like DNA's not top 5.
But I feel like that's his recent biggest battle, like he's had, like with that type of competition.
Absolutely, and I've actually spoken to him about that, and he's also battled Clips. He's also battled Big T, and a lot of people feel like he won. He's beat a lot of people that a lot of people feel like are great. Now again, he's in a situation like Danny to me, where you got to do it in the big moments now. If Big Cannon delivers a phenomenal performance against Chef Trez, why not? Chef Trez is somebody else that why isn't he on there?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, no shot at Bilk. Say that Bilk Collector is better than Big Cannon and Chef Trez?
Bill Collector is better than. Yeah, well, right now I think he's better than Big Cannon for sure. Right now,
okay.
I think Trez is on his shit though. Trez is on his thing. He's about his business this year.
I really do believe you're really low on Big Cannon, but Big Cannon is phenomenal, man. He's got a lot of talent. He's always been there.
Man, I
just putting it together in the big moments.
I know what Big Cannon can do against the Holmesy, the gods of the world, like Craig Lamar. I know what he can do with them.
JC's.
Like I know he can do. But the thing is that, you know what? You're right. He has to put it together with an opponent that matters and it makes sense. Like, okay, I get it. I mean, so Bourne Legacy 8 is gonna it's gonna be a big deal because Trez is on a streak, but I don't see Big Cannon beating Trez. No, I don't see it.
Whether you see him or not, I believe it's gonna be a better. I think it's a great performance for both of them. Honestly, I think the card is evenly matched. I'm not gonna say Trez is better than him or he's better. I don't know. I think it's gonna be answered that night. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna sit there and tell me that Chef Trez is by far better than Big Cannon, I'm gonna think you're smoking something. I'm gonna need some of that. I think Chef Trez is very talented, but to say he's by far more talented than Big Cannon is crazy. And that's just being real. I don't see that. You know what I mean? I definitely don't see that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So you got Lockdown coming up. You got Bourne Legacy 8 coming up as well. You got PGs coming up as the Survivor Series joint, which I think is important. Like you guys are working on a lot of different things. Like are you as somebody who's been scouting a lot and doing all of that, getting guys to this next level, do you feel like it's a good pool of talent? Like how would you rate this current pool of talent? Like has it been better than you thought it would be? Worse? Like what do you think overall?
To be frank, I feel like we definitely could do a lot better. I think there's too many people that got opportunities that probably shouldn't have. I feel like guys have got enough opportunity to showcase themselves already, and Survivor Series is pretty much their last shot. It's make or break for them. If they don't perform, you're probably not going to see them for a while or at all. I feel like Survivor Series definitely, again, like I said, a lot of these guys that I feel like are hanging around aren't good enough. And that's just being frank. None of these guys should feel comfortable.
I like that.
None of these guys, they made it. You know what I'm saying? Am I 100% satisfied with a lot of these guys? No, not at all. I wouldn't say this is a strong class. Say there's guys that have done better than others. I would definitely say it's probably below mediocre.
Wow.
And I'm just being real. And guys got to show different. Like, it's what it is. I feel like there's been there's been what was I saying? Guys that have done better than others. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah.
I think what's his name? I think Ace Amin has been good. I think he can do better. But I think him, Don Marino, I think Swamp, Jaden Ivory, and Jaden Ivory's got up and downs. I would say out of those four, I feel confident in. After that, a lot of people got things. They got to answer questions.
But even if they win in battles, like you got somebody like LL Cool J, I feel like he's winning battles. He doesn't seem to come up in a lot of the, you know what I'm saying? Like he got the battle with So Severe coming up too. So it's like, I don't like. What about that? Because I feel like it's a lot of guys who are winning too. On top of that, like Skates is dope to me. Like Fonz is on his way. You know what I mean? So. What how are you grading it? Like, are you basing it on their ability to bring moments to the battle and all that? Or like, what is it like for Norbes? Cause you know what I mean?
It's not about, like, when you're doing the evaluation process, it's not about winning or losing. There's a lot of people, like, you see exhibition games being won, that shit doesn't matter. This is the evaluation process. And LL Cool J is one of them who's been very vocal about me not really thinking that he's that great. And that's just facts. I haven't seen anything that makes me say, ooh, you know what I mean? But that's the challenge. Now, he can prove me wrong. He has an opportunity to battle with So Severe, who's upcoming, who, I felt like needed a lot of work as well. I've been as hard on him as everybody else. And, he's out there to prove him wrong. LL Cool J feels the same way that he wasn't on the card. You know what I mean? But from what I see from him, wasn't overly impressive. But now he has the opportunity to be different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like
I got you.
I'm not here to make friends with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's never what it is. You know what I mean? It's literally about making the right decision to who's going to be a star. Like, you could be good, you feel me? Or you could be okay, but to be in the URL, you got to be something different. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah.
And that's what's dope about Survivor Series, you know? These guys get to go head to head and see if they can really bang. Whoever does well in this is going to get another opportunity, maybe against somebody that's in the URL now. And now you can really see if you can separate yourself or win. You know?
Norbes, can I ask this though? Because I mean, at what point, like, okay, so say if you guys got me in the system, right? And I'm battling every battle I have, I'm beating the guy in front of me. At what point does that matter that I'm doing y'all a favor. I'm getting these guys out of here. Like, you don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that not a part of the evaluation process? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like fans give people credit for that.
It's winning, and it's how you win as well. You can win, but if it's, who cares? Because you're evaluating based on what you see them going later. That's why I said, like, when you move forward and you get your first test, that's how you kind of, you know what I mean? But it's the way you win. It's how you're doing. You have to show something that is different. You know what I mean? I could beat a bunch of guys that are really below average. That doesn't make me great. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's kind of just showcasing that you actually have that. You know? It's a very weird process. You know what I mean? Because I was there when right? And when I see Genocide, I was like, he's all right. And there's not a shot at Genocide. I think he's okay. He's talented. But he wasn't Av.
Right. Right.
I felt like, you know what? I've got superstar power. I just need to kind of mold him. He has it. He belongs with the elite. It was a gamble. People thought I was crazy. It's something you got to show that you belong in the upper echelon. You know what I mean? You know, because somebody. Yeah.
Let me ask you, how often do you think you've been proven wrong? Like, if you had to put a percentage on it.
0. Honestly.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just being real.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't. And when you say proven wrong, it's like,
yeah,
this guy's a star. He's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Someone you didn't think was it. They turned out to be. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. To be honest, like because I don't really have personal favorites. So it's like,
yeah,
if you're a star, man, yeah, he got it. Like I'm saying, like I don't have to be friends with these dudes. If I see somebody like, yeah, he got it, I believe he's gonna blow. It's very rare. Like I don't even know. I've been wrong on guys, but like I think he got it. Let's see how it goes. But that's part of the evaluation process. He may show you something one time and it just never developed.
Yeah, yeah.
But in terms of me saying, yo, he's gonna be a star, it's very rare. Like, I don't remember a time where I'd be like, yo, he's in the star, he's in the star. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But in terms of signing somebody being like, yo, he's got something and he doesn't show out, I've been wrong a million times. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes with evaluation, bro. You're never going to be 100% right. Some people may show something at one time and it just never develops.
Yeah.
You know? And that's just how it goes. Some people can handle the pressure. You know what I mean? Some people just don't develop correctly. Some people don't take it serious. And that's what happens, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's just how it like, listen, like, you know what? Like, when I first met Danny, I thought Danny was good. I think he's going to be solid. He's a star. I still don't think he's a star, but I think he's good. I think he's really good. But Danny proved to me that he belonged. So if I was to say anybody, probably be Danny in terms of that. But you know, that's somebody I recruited too. I was like, you know, but then he definitely stepped up and to perseverance. He really proved a lot of people wrong.
So let me do this. We have a donation here from DMVP. For the 5, he says the URL app is taking a lot of heat for the bugs and time it takes to drop premium content. Why slow leak the battles? Too many low level battles, in my opinion. What is your response to that?
I agree. And that goes with, just not dropping just anybody. I don't believe that everybody should be in the URL. I don't think everybody deserves to be on the app. I feel like a lot of people do have a valid complaint. We got to do a better job of executing and putting things together. It's not that easy as people may think it is. This shit costs money. A lot of it. A lot of us are putting our everyday lives at risk putting these cards together. And a lot of times it's these battlers, taking multiple battles and going everywhere else and not focusing on the task at hand, and that kind of diminishes or hurts their performances. So a lot of things that play into it. A lot of it is us. A lot of it is the rappers. Just with the app, there's pressure to drop content. I think we got to do a better job of dropping more than just battles, because there's not that many great battles out there like that. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely taking steps into making it better.
Yeah. So you don't think every battle should drop though. You've never thought that. See, I thought you said that before, but you think only the hot battles should drop.
No, in terms of once you're in the NBA, if you have a bad game, it's going to drop. Okay. But I don't think everybody that's been dropping should drop.
Right.
A lot of battles, I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit. This guy's not even like.
So you're not proven yet. You're not out of the PGs yet and incorporated into the mix yet. So why should every one of your battles drop? Is your point? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why people are like, I don't want to see this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't watch exhibition games. They're fucking boring. I want to watch the guys that matter. And I feel like unless you're exceptional and you're coming up, I don't think your shit should drop. And that's the difference between before and today. But I think the app has kind of watered it down in a sense because, people want content, so you got to keep dropping content. So you got to find a balance. And we're not a multi-billion-dollar corporation to where we can pay all different types of content. People compare us to the WWE. Vince McMahon is a billionaire who has his own network, who has thousands of people coming up with different types of shows. He doesn't drop just wrestling on the WWE network. He drops all types of shit. But that shit costs millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? People think it's that easy. I could drop content all day, but I have my kids. I have that. And if I'm not getting paid for it, then I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like.
So you only believe that the good battles should drop. So then, I mean, would that just mean like we wouldn't be able to see like really bad losses too? I mean, you can have battles that aren't good battles, but somebody could look bad in them.
NBA.
Yeah.
If you're in the NBA, if you do bad, if Hitman Holler goes and battles, I don't know, fucking Math, I don't know, just saying, and Math gets smoked, it's gonna drop because you're both in the league, and I'm not gonna not hold that because you're in the league. But I think that's where you have to separate. You just can't drop anything. I believe, like, if you're in the league, even if it's a bad battle, drop it. I don't care. That's their fault. We got a lot of heat for shit that we have no control of. It's weird. This battle suck, URL. You guys are falling off. Why is it that we're falling off and not the people that are rapping that put on a shitty performance? Yeah. That's what blows my mind. I never understood that shit. Me, Smack, and Beasley have yet in 10 years to write a rhyme. But yeah, we get blamed for the shitty performances. But yet we go somewhere else and do something. Like, your memory is short, but you gotta lay the blame where it belongs. Not on the league, not on the URL. If a battle performance, blame him.
Yeah.
It's not the elements, it's him or her.
Yeah. Well, this is one thing that came up before, and I actually, I went to Summer Impact Reloaded. The timing issue. I mean, four battles. You know what I'm saying? It took about 8 hours. I mean, I enjoyed myself in the venue, but are we doing things to address the timing? Or
honestly, we have to, as an organization, do better. I believe, honestly, this is just me personally. I believe we have to, because it's just like 5 of us. Like, like we're doing the door and we have this person. They're not professionals at doing this shit, and it takes a long time. Like, honestly, and this is just me. I feel like we have to hire event planners because there's a lot of stress for Smack's not gonna do nothing. He's gonna sit in the back all day. Then you have other people that don't, it's just when you have an event of that magnitude, 2,000 people, and you have a staff of like 6 people that are supposed to get everything, professionals in this, this is what you're gonna get. And then add on to it, rappers don't want to show up on time. You know, or it's a lot of elements that go on, and we shouldn't have to be dealing with people getting inside the venue. There should be never a time where BJ has to go out and bring in 12 of this guy's homies, or get this to. It should be like when we did the BET Awards or anything like that, they have event planners for this type of shit. And these event planners will be like, all right, we got a 1 o'clock pickup. Bus is going to be there for you at 12:45. You're going to be with this individual, and that's how it works. You're in the trailer, show times at this time, how these events work in an orderly fashion. We're not doing that, and that's our fault. Now, granted, that shit costs money, but if we're paying fucking $20, this is DNA's homeboy, or this is this guy, they don't care. You don't have the credentials, you don't get in. Nobody gets. But when you leave the onus on a Beasley or a Smack or a Chico, you have to, this is what you're going to run into. The event planner's job is to get in and get the show going and let's go.
Right.
That's simple as that. With us, they have to, they feel more leniency. Oh, I don't want to show up to about 4:30, Beasley. I don't want to be waiting. They show up. And you've done interviews or when people problems.
Yeah, no, I think at this point it is something that needs to be addressed. I mean, it's the fact of the matter is, you guys have built a brand and given us great performances and stuff like that, and y'all got fans like fanatics, people who drive to see y'all and stuff like that too. But it's like even with that, the more and more events that I go to, I'm like, yo, bro, like that's one thing right there. And then you got the pay-per-view aspect of it as well. I mean, maybe it's stuff in the building that could be done. I don't know from a technology standpoint what guys are doing, to help bridge that gap. JB and Avocado are very talented too. So maybe it's just a matter of logistics, but that's something that fans really want to iron out. You know what I mean? So it's good that you gave that response. Another question for fans, man. Shout out to the bro in the chat and everything like that, man. He's asking, why is Jack Boy still getting booked? Shout out to Blue Monroe for the $2.
It's a question that's very let me just give you a gasp of air for that one. Somebody made a mistake. I don't think he should have been on that stage. I was asked, but I felt like he shouldn't have been on there. On that big stage, I felt like Jack Boy wasn't ready, and I felt like it was too much pressure to put on an individual that just came off of a dramatic experience. And I feel like people don't take psychological shit serious, and the fact that he was embarrassed on that stage, and then you put him in front of more people this time. I felt it was a mistake. I think we mishandled that situation. Jack Boy should have never been on there. I take 100% ownership of that. Like. Should he be booked? He's talented, yes. But should he been thrown in front of that many people that soon? Absolutely not. That was just irresponsible. He lost his mind and jumped. I feel like that should have been a huge sign, a tell-all, to where you don't put him in front of 4,000 people next time. That was a mishandled situation. You have to own up to that. Jack Boy is a very talented battle rapper. He's good. But you can't ask somebody. That's a lot of pressure to put on an individual that just came off an embarrassing situation. I feel like we don't take like mental issues to our culture. Like people laugh at shit like that. And it's people probably looking like, oh man, you guys are stupid to say what you're saying. But that's a dramatic situation. What he dealt with. You know what I mean? Like, he probably could have fucking sleep for weeks after that. You're laughing, whatever, but it's a lot of pressure. And I feel like we definitely mishandled that situation. I feel like Jack should have been booked, but maybe slower, and then maybe after that, a Bourne Legacy, bring him up progressively, but not do it to where you're thrown back in the fire like that. You went bigger. Like, what did you expect? I didn't expect anything better, but Obviously, we all had a conversation and we agreed to disagree, and he should have been thrown in front of that type of crowd. No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think. Oh, okay. All things considered, man, I think it's been a great year for battle rap. I would argue. I mean, if it finishes off the way it started, the way it's been going, it's going to be one of the better years. Gnome is card of the year in my opinion. What do you think is card of the year or performance of the year so far?
Who's on Gnome?
Gnome was that was Lux and Luxembourg. That was in Houston.
I think Bourne Legends sticks with the card of the year to me. I wasn't crazy about the Lux battle. That was, to me, I was very disappointed in that battle.
Okay.
But the Rum Nitty K sound was crazy.
Yeah. Nitty
I thought was Av on that card versus Arsenal?
Av versus Arsenal was on that card too.
I thought that was very one-sided. I thought Arsenal lost clearly. The Geechee and Surf was crazy. Between Geechee and Surf and Rum Nitty and K-Son.
Crazy.
I think those were the ones that pretty much made the card. I thought, like, again, I love Lux and Verb, but I thought it was very underwhelming for main event. But I wouldn't say in terms of competitiveness, no. In terms of how big it was, the nostalgia behind it, I would definitely say that.
But Suge and Pat Stay was on there too.
Suge and Pat Stay was really good. Yeah, Suge and Pat Stay was really good.
Yeah, that's at least 3 of them things that are very good battles. These are good battles.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely. But I would say, me personally, in terms of competitiveness, pissed. I'm not gonna lie. But the Surf and Geechee was crazy. Yeah. And the BL6 had the Gotti and what's the name? The Chess.
More Legacy.
And the JC. There's a lot of newer names, but it was the battles picked out Dom versus Prep, which was a crazy battle, probably one of the most underrated battles of the year. Dom
Marino versus Prep was good. That was dope. JC, Mike P. I mean, you was going crazy over that? Deuce and Fonz?
Deuce and Fonz was crazy.
Right.
But I thought Deuce won. Fonz won.
Right.
It was good, but I like, in terms of the numbers, absolutely no. There's no comparison. But in terms of the competitiveness, I was let down a little bit in terms of certain battles. But the event was crazy.
ATK, what up?
Yo, what's good? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's up, Norb? So just a question about the PG. So I'm curious, like, how much input do you have on the battles that actually drop on the app versus the URL channel on YouTube, right? Because, we've seen, like, a couple battles drop where we have, like, was it J. Lopez, we have Derez, K Philosophy. Those have been dropping on the channel. But then you have other dudes who may be more known, like Kid Chaos, you have Stumbles, you have, like, Kruger, you have all these other guys who are dropping on the app and maybe not getting as much exposure because it's only on the app as opposed to the general public. So how much, like, input do you actually have?
Well, I have as much input as I like, but I also trust other people making decisions. So what I did with the PGs, I did them to the app personally. So the reason I did that was because I'd rather get more exposure outside of the app. In terms of KG, he made the decision for I forgot what, was it Drix? I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, Drix and Keys. Yeah, battle was
Keys.
decent. Yeah,
to drop there. And, P made the decision for I'm assuming the Kruger battle, but I think the Kruger battle hit the app. So, conversations all together. This is, I definitely foresee it, but I have 100% trust in P and KG to operate when it comes to it. We've had a bunch of conversations about it. And I know when I spoke to P last time, he's probably going to start dropping the ones that are really dope on YouTube as well, because we want to basically find who's the guys that we want to push. So in terms of that, I trust these guys. We've been working together for years. How I want to drop guys is not going to be on the app when it comes to the PG, because I just want to get more promo for these kids. That's why I dropped the J. Lopez battle versus LOS, which I thought was a really good battle.
Yeah.
The only thing that killed me about the battle was LOS is a phenomenal talent, but he's a freestyler. So when you watch him, if you're not actually in the building and know what he's doing, you're not going to get a loss. And I think it kind of affected his performance on camera. But I thought Lopez is more of a writer type. It was a dope battle, whatever. But
Jay Lopez.
In terms of that,
did his thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I said, like people will say, like, well, I was actually really great in that battle. But he's freestyling off of things that actually happened while we were there. So you really can't catch it. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of what we were saying, you know, that's how we make decisions. You know, I trust them. I mean, if not, I would have never put them in place the way they at. And, you know, we pretty much, you know, if KG says he wants to go around, I'm like, sure, that's what you want to do. If Pete says he wants to do something, I trust him enough to make the right decision.
And then I guess like going back to what you were saying before, right? That like only certain battles to drop. So like if you in the league, like you were saying, like Hitman versus Math or something like that, they're already in the league. So regardless of what happens, it's a drop. But then how is it that like these PGs are going to be able to get the exposure from the fans, right? So like, what was it, like Swamp versus Your Honor, right? That was a PG battle that nobody really knew about them before. But if it didn't drop, we wouldn't have seen the performances that both of them had. Same thing with like Ace Amin, right? So, like, what's the on that? Yeah.
Well, in terms of that, like we have a battle with myself, P and KG. We've been doing this long. We know what's a great battle.
Yeah,
It's like when NFL GM or NFL scout, you don't actually tell your GM who's doing whatever. Your GM makes the assessment and he puts the best thing for you. That's why I don't watch exhibition games. You can do as much reading on somebody, whatever, but that's who you entrusted in. And like I said, when he made the decision to drop the Honor versus Swamp, it was based on the fact that it was a great battle. Now, has everything else been great that's been dropped? No, but that's because we want to drop more. But in terms of fans saying, "Oh, this should drop," no, because then you get the shit that we get with the now. Like, we don't want to see this bullshit. The fuck is this shit? Who's this asshole? This battle sucks. And it's a balance, but myself, P, and KG have to do a better job of evaluating these guys and what should drop in terms of the new faces. Not everything should drop. Yeah. I don't care if this guy's a nice guy. You know what I mean? And I've got a bad reputation over the years because I don't give a shit how people feel. And it's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? My job is to bring out again Chess, T-Top, and Briz. My job is not to bring you Bushwick Bill and these guys.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, chill out, Norbes. ATK, you got something else to ask, bro?
Just last question, just related to summing up the PG thing. So just what is like the reception from these PGs been for you now, Norbes, in terms of like their battles not really dropping as much? It seems like even less PG battles in general are dropping because the app has started.
And it's since more PGs, it seems like. It's more new guys coming in.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
And, honestly, it hasn't been positive. It shouldn't be positive. People should be disappointed and people should be upset at me because this is what I foresee. And I can take the criticism and people haven't been happy that this has been dropping, but I just got to wear that and do a better job. I got to tighten it up all around. I got to talk to my team, and I can't be mad at anybody for saying. Well, sometimes I think, what the fuck is this idiot? You know what I mean? So to be honest, there's been pluses, there's been positives and negatives. Like I said, people love Swamp. People love. Hold on, come over here. Come over here.
Oh. Fuck Norbes. All right, Norbes. I gotta mute you, man. I wanna shout out to the whole society, man. You know what I'm saying? All the people that's listening and everything like that. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to Pose. I see Pose in here too. We gonna talk though. All right, Norbes, you good? Norbes. Oh. All right. Norbes. Yeah, salute ATK. Appreciate the question, things like that. I mean, but yeah, let me know what you think about what Norbes is saying. He's saying that all PGs shouldn't drop just because they, just because they happen. What do you think? Do you think that all battles should drop? You as a fan, do you think they should drop on the app? Do you think there should be space for them? That should all battlers, are they entitled to a drop? Really? I think that's an interesting thing to think about. You know what I mean? Because it changes this thing to me. And then if it's a bad battle, do you necessarily drop it? Do you vault it? I don't know. All right. Yo, Norbes, you good? Norbes?
Yeah, my bad. My daughter took a little fall.
Oh, I got you.
I apologize for the fans. She took a little fall. She's only a baby. She's only a year.
Oh, it's all good.
But in terms of that, like, no, not everything should drop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not everybody. This is what we're paid to do. This is what I'm paid to do. Fans are there to enjoy it. They don't want to see, and we have to do a better job of delivering that all across the board.
Okay, let me hit you with this last question before we get going and everything like that. What region do you feel like is the hottest right now? Who do you think is the hottest, like in terms of who are you getting most of the talent from? And like, who do you think is on the rise, like in terms of region?
To be honest with you, I don't think any region is hot. I think if you would say the DMV, I would say Ace Amin, clearly. If you would see the Carolinas, I would probably say Swamp. I think Chaos is okay. He's good. Not okay, I think he's good. Okay, we jumped from that region. We got Don Marino. But I'll tell you this, Florida seems like the one to me right now. I got some little weapons that I have over there that I just recently got to see that I'm very high on. So I would say South Florida, maybe the hottest because what I'm about to do with them. The Midwest, you guys like Piranha.
Chicago.
Fucking Truffaut, no, Detroit.
Oh,
yeah, from Chicago. Out of West from Cleveland. Fonz from Cleveland. The Midwest is strong.
Milwaukee, you got LL Cool G and
J. Lopez.
No, Bankhead.
Yeah, that's the region. That's the Midwest. Yeah. Well, I say J. Lopez, Bankhead making some noise. Making some noise. The surprising one would probably be upstate New York.
That's a fact.
Apparently everybody's now rapping. Shout out to the Butcher and Conway and.
That's a fact,
seems
man.
Like Rochester.
585, man. Stand up, man. You know I'm from there. That's a fact.
I think the sleeper is Rochester and upstate New York right now. I feel like they're going to make a lot of noise with Chase Paper.
Stretch.
Stretch Mills. A lot of guys coming out of that area that are really, really dope. The RPG cards. So I would say those guys. I think that's the area where you got to really, really be tuned in.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, man. 585, stand up, man. 716, man.
Yeah, 585. I'll fuck with y'all, man. You know what we do.
Yeah, man. All right, Norbes, man. Yo, I'm excited to see what happens with Bourne Legacy 8 and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like, let the fans know like how to find you, how to contact you, and stuff like that, and any announcements you got for them.
Twitter, Facebook. Twitter and Instagram is StreetStar NORBE. Yeah, the ticket links is on there. The Twitter, I'm sending that shit out all day. If you want to see me, come see me. I'm out there. It's gonna be dope. If you got footage or anything, you can hit me up. I got a whole team, people that view footage, just send it to me. We got P, we got K in there. If you're in the West or if you're, anywhere, P is pretty much everywhere. So,
okay.
Turn up. It's turn up time right now. Big event coming up. We're about to get busy.
All right, Norbes, man. Appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you coming up here and always being honest about a lot of things. I think this is, as always, this has been enlightening and all that. And now we look forward to seeing the work, man. And salute to you for keeping your head in the game. And I know you see a lot of battles. I know you sit through a lot of like performances like from young cats. It's not good. So we appreciate what you do, find the good talent and all that. So, but we gotta hold you accountable up here. That's all.
No, absolutely, and I'm always gonna own up to it. I apologize to any fans that have been disappointed for the product that you've been seeing or anything like that. I'm very easily attainable. You can hit me up. Shout out to all the bloggers that motivate me and say that we're missing this and that. You guys have every right to say what you want as fans, and if I'm not doing a good enough job, it's my fault, and I'm gonna make sure I do better. That's it.
All right, yeah, man. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Until next time, man.
Yeah, I apologize to all the fans. I apologize to all the fans. My daughter was crying. She busted her ass. So I apologize for the loud yelling on the YouTube.
Oh man, it's all good, man. We know how it is, man. We real up here, man. We get it, man. Parenthood don't stop, man. But I appreciate you though, bro. All right.
Oh man, appreciate you.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. So, yo, shout out to everybody that's out there right now that's going to hear this and everything like that, man. Black Compass Media, Tone Bro, signing off. Norbes hit a lot of good points, I think. Definitely make sure you hit him up on Twitter and all that, too. Hit up URL TV. If you're in that area, if you're in that Cleveland area, in the Midwest area, go and get those tickets for Bourne Legacy 8 as well. If you got the app, it will be on there. And things like that. So shout out to the people, man. Shout out to the culture and everything like that, man. Tone Bro, if I didn't get to your Blue Monroe, I owe you. I got to get to your question next time. Shout out to everybody in the chat and everything like that too. Black Compass Media.